Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be working on a concept, and I just wanted to bring you guys along with me so that you can see what I'm working on. I actually received the order. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually making two of these, one for the customer and one to keep in my inventory for the upcoming holidays. So if you're interested in this video, let's get into the video. Okay, first we're going to start off with using this little basket. And what I did was, for this concept, these baskets sometimes can be, when I add the brown paper in here that I use, the masking paper that I add in here, and I purchased that paper from Home Depot, and you can also purchase it on Amazon. If you're on a tight budget, you can purchase that paper, that brown paper from Dollar Tree. They have a little small roll there, but it's enough to get you started. Okay, back to this. This can be, these little baskets here can be a little flimsy sometimes. So what I had to do was to, to keep the basket, for me to have a stable foundation, because sometimes these can be a little, you know, they're not as stiff as a normal wicker basket. So I added this box in. And what I did was I went around the box and I filled in paper, leftover paper that I had, maybe that I cut off of the topper off my baskets, and I save all that paper. But I took that paper in and filled it up all around the sides so that it'll maintain its shape around the box. I also left a little area back here open, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. All right, so let's get started. And this basket, can't really remember where I purchased it from, but it already had the little bell, and I purchased it around Christmas time last year. And it was on sale. I know it wasn't, I didn't pay a lot for it, maybe $2 at the most. So first, we're going to start off with this Stay Rooted sign. And I purchased this from Dollar General during their clearance event. And this was a little of nothing. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use this as our backer. So remember that hole I told you I left back there? I'm going to take this and put in that little hole. But what I'm doing is I made it kind of snug. So when I packed the box in and when I packed the paper in, what that did was it made it snug. So when I put this inside, it's going to hold up all by itself. So this is what it looks like now. Make sure it's straight in there. And this is what the back looked like. This is why I left that hole back there. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to fill that little area in a few minutes, once we get this built up how I want it. Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far. Next, I'm going to take my tissue paper and put on top of the box, because I don't want this showing inside of my gift. So let's take some tissue paper. I'm going to put over that. What I'm doing is I'm just stuffing the tissue paper all around the box and all around that clear area. What this does is this makes your gift look very nice and neat. Like I always tell you guys, you don't have to do this step, but this is a step that I do because I feel that it makes my concepts look a little bit more high end. But it's all in your preference. And this is what it's looking like so far. All right, next we're going to add in, I'm trying to put this so that you can see it. I don't want to move the camera too much. So what I did was, I took this blanket and I purchased this blanket a while back. This was in my inventory, some of the blankets that's in my inventory that I'm trying to move. And I purchased this blanket for a penny. And I felt like this gift here can be used all around. It's an all-around gift for any occasion, birthday, holiday, anniversary. It could be used for any type of occasion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this blanket, and what I did was I took the old paper, the Dollar General packaging off, and I stuck a one of the rolls, like from a paper towel roll, like the long roll, and I took that and rolled it up inside of here so that it can help this maintain its shape. And then what I did was I tied a cute little satin ribbon, and this is leftover ribbon that I had from something else. And what I do with my leftover ribbon, I'm gonna show you. I keep me a Ziploc bag and I put all my leftover ribbon inside of here so that I have all those straps for things like this. So let me see which way I want it. I think I'm gonna put it this way, guys. Let me see. Maybe not. Okay, we're gonna put it right in here. Make sure I got it how I want it, guys. Okay. And this is what it's looking like so far, and they're nice and neat. And we always want to make sure that our gifts are looking nice and neat. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some Bath and Body Works products. I always try to wipe my things off sometimes, because even though you try to keep your areas clean in your home, sometimes it can get a little dusty. So you want to make sure that's washed off, because you don't want to give your clients anything that has dust on it. So be careful with that as well. And what I do is I take a microfiber cloth and I put a little alcohol on it, and then I just wipe my things down. All right, let's get started here. Trying to move you a little bit. All right, trying to give you a good angle so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some risers inside of here. And the only thing this is an old ribbon roll. This little ribbon roll, once it's the ribbon is gone off of it, and I just wrapped it up with some tissue paper. And that's gonna make our riser right here in the back. So let me see if I want to add a piece of tape on there, under the bottom of there, just to so it can stay in place. And I'm just putting it as closest to the blanket as possible. You won't be able to see the sign, but that's okay, because my main focus is for this concept is I wanted to use this for a backer. And when they take it loose, they can see that it's a pretty nice picture back there. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put this work on placement, because I didn't put this together before. So all of this right now is by eye. Let me put my little roll in here. This is another, let's see, oh, tearing up my paper, Lord. I'm gonna take this and put this little riser in here. Like I said, I'm gonna slide it over as much as possible. Okay, let's see. And the only thing I'm doing is I'm taking that Bath and Body Works products and putting it right on top of this riser. This right here, once you get everything in here, you will not be able to see none of this. All of this is to help rise your items up. And this is what I do sometimes, and as well as taking the packing paper that I use and roll it up in tissue and put in the back. But this one I decided to do something a little different because I wanted to show you what I do for this one. Okay, so we're gonna put those in. I haven't glue dotted them down or put tape on them yet, and I'm just trying to see about placement right now. Well, okay. Maybe I should have glue dotted them down. Okay, all right, y'all stay in place for a minute. Okay, let's wipe this off. Let me take the price tag off of here. I'm sorry, guys. Usually I do that before I get on camera. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And what I do is I just take my X-Acto knife and just take this off. Just taking the price tag off because I want to make sure I leave the warning label on here. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. Show you how I take that off, and then I just put a little sticker on the bottom. I always take this off before the video. I guess I just forgot this time. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, and what I do is I just take the little, it had a Dollar General price tag off on there. So what I'm doing with that, when I took that off, I'm just gonna take a cute little sticker and put on the bottom of it, that's all. I wanna make sure I leave that warning label on there. All right, so we're gonna just place this right here, right here next to the blanket, the candle right here next to the blanket. And you can see it's all standing in there nice and neat. With this ribbon, I didn't tie it real tight because I knew that I may have to adjust it a little more once I get it inside of the concept. So I try to always do that when I'm wrapping my rolls with ribbon. Okay, all right, let me see. Just want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing as well. Okay, next I'm going to, what else am I going to put in here? Next I'm going to put in this little massage roller. And I purchased so many of these during the clearance event, and I think I want to say I paid like $1 for those or less. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get this in here. See if I can squeeze this in here. It's not gonna hurt anything, and that's what I'm doing, just squeezing that inside of there just like that. I may try to tilt it a little more at an angle. Let me see how it looks. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to tilt it a little more, just like this. So when I added the riser, it allowed this little piece in the back to just sit on top of there a little bit. So actually that riser is serving for two purposes right now. It's allowing this massager to sit on the actual riser, like the end of it to sit on the riser, along with the Bath and Body Works products. See how that's looking? So let me glue dot this stuff down, y'all, so it don't go flying all over the place. I might glue dot it down, and I might have to use a little tape. We're gonna find out though, because as y'all know, it needs glue dots, Lord. Okay, all right, now y'all be nice to me today. And these Bath and Body Works products, Bath and Body Works had a big sale, and I think I purchased, they were $3.99 a piece when I purchased these. I think $3.99 or $2.99. I want to say $3.99 now. I don't think they were $2.99. I know some people got them for $2.99, but I think I paid $3.99, which is a good deal because these products alone is like $18. What's the price? Normal price of this? This is like $18.95, and I can't see the price of that one, but they're around the same price. So when I use this particular concept here, because I'm putting Bath and Body Works products, and I know the value of Bath and Body Works products in here, I'm gonna charge a little bit more for this. My customer that's purchasing this had a really nice budget, and I'm getting what I wanted for this. So when I'm doing it for a client, I don't discuss pricing, but if I was doing this for just to add in my inventory, I would have discussed the pricing. But because some of my clients watch my videos to keep it professional, I don't want to discuss the pricing, okay? So let's just get back into this. This concept here is really easy. Don't take a lot of thought, as you can see, because I'm just putting it together right in front of you. I'm just gonna put a little bit of pressure on there, on that riser, because sometimes with the tissue paper, I've noticed that when I put the tissue paper on the riser, sometimes the glue dots want to act a little weird sometimes, my handprint on there. So that's pretty. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's like a glare from the light, could be. Okay, and that's what it's looking like. You see it's got a little wobble there, and I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tape and tape these two together for more stability. Even though most likely I'm going to shrink wrap this, and I have a couple things that I'm working on right now, so I don't know if I'm gonna shrink wrap it on camera, but I will show you the bow that I'm gonna put on it. Because like I said, I have a couple orders I need to fill. All right, so there we go. This is what it's looking like. The tape isn't gonna hurt anything, and it has a little wobble, but that's okay. It's not to the point where it's gonna fall out, but it's probably because it's, you know, on this. But hey, once I put the shrink wrap it around it, it'll be fine. So I was thinking, should I attach it to the back or not? I just want it to sit up straight, guys. I don't want it to lean back. Like I said, it'll be fine once I put the shrink wrap on it, because the shrink wrap help hold everything into place. And this is what it's looking like so far. That's our little base here. Okay. Let me show you what I'm gonna do to fill in this little area here. Nothing hard to do. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little piece of this round paper that I use. And wrap it up in a piece of tissue paper and help fill that area in. No big deal. And what that's gonna do is it's going to make this right here more secure. So And I just rolled it up like this, like a roll. And I'm just gonna put it right here. And what that's gonna do also is it's gonna fill this little area up back here too, to add more stability to our basket. I'm pushing this down. I don't want to push that down. Like I said, it's in there stuck snug, so and that was my purpose for it. I wanted it to be in there snug. Should have made the roll a little thinner, that's all. But like this is doing is just filling the basket back here. It's filling up that space back there. Just for stability purposes, that's all. Because this is already in here snug, so that's not gonna hurt anything. All right, let's get some shred in here, guys. I'm gonna use a white shred. Take a little bit of tape and put in certain areas because I want to make sure the shred stays in place. How are you guys doing? Maybe you've been working on your designs. Let me know down in the comments. You've been working and you've been busy. You know, our time is passing by. Y'all better get busy. You gotta be ready. Gotta be ready, y'all. Because you don't want to spend your time away from around the holidays designing and lose time with your family. So try to get some of your other stuff done. I know it's easier said with everything else going on with life. Try to get some of your stuff done so when holidays come around, you don't have to spend so much time designing away from your family. So always try to remember that when you working on your concepts. If you start now, at least getting some of them done, during that time you don't feel like you're in a crunch mode. So always try to remember that when you're designing. If you're new, try to get some of the hard stuff out of the way, so during the holidays you don't spend so much time doing designing in your little area and you lose time with your family. So because family is important too. You know, you want to run your business, but you want to also have balance and spend time with your family. So always remember that. I really hope my videos help you guys, because that's what I aim for, to help and be of give you any knowledge I may have. And as long as I'm doing that, I'm happy. All right. And what the tape is doing is basically just see, that's moving up there. All right, we gotta fix that. Let me fix that right now. I might have to attach it to the take a glue dot or something and stick it on the back right there a little bit. Let me see, because I don't want that doing that. Let me see if I can fix that right now. And it was because you can put the glue dot on the back of here. It's not gonna hurt the wood. Let me see if it'll stay with the glue dot. If not, I might have to put a piece of tape there. Well, the glue dot's still on my finger. Oh, Lord. Clear these blue dots, Jesus. I might have to use a piece of tape, guys. I mean, it's sticking at the bottom, but then it has that little wobble that I don't want it to have. Perfect, perfect. That's what I want right there. Yeah, that's what I want right there. You see what I mean? No wobbling. I mean, this is fine because that's just a blanket. But you can also take, if you don't want this to wobble at all, but like I said, when I shrink wrap it, it's gonna seal everything in place. But you can take fish line that I use sometimes and I tie around to help hold it in place. But I don't feel like I need to flip the fish line this time. So let me finish getting this shred in. Okay, you need to get back over here where we started at. And stay right there, like I told you. Y'all talk to y'all baskets. Sometimes my husband comes down, he look at me and go, who are you talking to? I said, oh, I'm talking to this basket. But sometimes when I'm off camera, sometimes I be in my little area. I gotta get some better lighting so I can record in there. That's when I'm making my reefs and stuff. That's where I'm at in my little area. It's not a big area, just a little area. Have me a little space in there. I'm drinking my coffee because it's a little early. Put a little bit because I want to put some shred back here. You don't have to put the shred there, but I want a little bit there, just a little bit. Trying to fill in a few holes with the shred. That's all. You always want to make sure you're using your shred as a filler, not a builder, okay? I know my last video, I don't know if y'all can tell if you watch my last video, but doing that haul videos, I was having a really hard time. My allergy were acting up so bad. I mean, my nose was itching and everything during that video. I was trying to hold it together to get through it, but I was suffering on that video. And what I'm doing is just taking my scissors and pushing it down, because it's a little area back there that I didn't want. I didn't want the actual riser to be showing. So what I'm doing is just going in, adding some shred around. Putting some shred in my little holes all the way around the concept. Okay, let's add this little rose here. And these roses I purchased from Temu. I had somebody that asked a really good question in the comments, and she was basically asking me, did I purchase some of my items before the tariff charges started, or was it after? And I told her that it was after, not after, excuse me, it wasn't after, it was before the tariff charges. And I also told her that what I found with Temu now is if you purchase from vendors in the US, you don't get that really high tariff charges. But if you're purchased from vendors outside of the US, then that's when big tariff charge comes into play. So if you didn't know that, that's a good thing to know. Like, make sure when you're looking at the vendors online, make sure that they're in the US, and then you won't get that big charge at the end. All right, guys, this is what it's looking like. Hope you like it. Like I said, let me know if you've been busy down in the comments. And I'm debating on if I want to add shred around here, but I don't think I need. Let me just see what it looks like, because I don't feel like I need to, but maybe I do. Let me see. Just a little bit. Not really any holes, that's why I didn't want to put none there. But it does give the concept a finished look, I guess I should say. When I did that, when I added the little bit of shred around there, it just gave the concept a little bit more finished look. Let me put a little bit right here. Let me cut these little stragglers off. Going around and cleaning it up a little bit. Okay, back here it has like a little area back here. I think I'm gonna put a flower there. I'm just gonna take a flower and stick down in there. And that's what that look like back there. I just added a flower back there, just to give it a little bit more character back in the back. And that's the back. And this is our front, this bow here. And this is our front, guys. I hope you like it. If you're new to my channel, please consider like, comment, and subscribing. I would love to have you a part of my YouTube family. If you're my oldies, you already know how I feel about you guys. And if you're a returning viewer, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you a part of my YouTube family. All right, hold on a minute. Let me get the bow. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I have the bow started. So let me just get this bow, the little ducktails cut on the bow, and I'll show you the bow. I kind of messed up my bow a little bit, but I'm not gonna take it loose. I was cutting something on the bow, and I think I cut a little area. See it right there? Look what I did to my bow, y'all. But I'm not taking it loose. I'm not. This ribbon is too expensive. I don't know how I did that, but I did. I'll hide it. I'm just gonna cut our little tails. Lord knows, I don't know how I did that, y'all. I was sitting here watching the news. That's how I did it. That's how I did it. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Trying to do too much at once. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna shrink wrap these, and this is gonna be our bow, guys. This is gonna be our little bow. I'm probably gonna have to cut these tails down, but most likely I'm gonna have the bow going like this, because I don't want to cover up the actual gift. So I might have to cut them some. A matter of fact, I know I'm gonna have to cut them some. They're too long. So let me do that now. I'm gonna cut them some. They're too long. Can't have them hanging down like that over my gift. Because I want to be able to see what's inside of there. Your customer got to be able to see. So you don't want to leave your tails too long so that they can't see what's actually inside of the gift. They still too long. Let me see if I make a ripple effect, would they still be too long? I use way too much ribbon. And what I mean by a ripple effect is I take the ribbon and I do like this. I just fold it like you're making a back and forth fold. And then when I get to the end, I just pull it down like that and it gives the bow a ripple effect. I made mistakes, guys. So don't be so hard on yourself when you do. Nobody's perfect or they wouldn't be here. And some people do stuff off camera because they do make mistakes. And they don't want nobody to see it, but hey, I made mistakes, y'all. I ain't perfect. But to each his own. All right. There we go. Let me make this one a little bit rippled. I didn't want to cut all the ribbon off. So this is how my bow gonna sit up there, y'all. Put a piece of tape there so y'all can see. Well, as you know, tape isn't gonna be on there when I actually, it'll be the cellophane. It'll be tied to the cellophane. And I just put the tape on it so you can see. Let me make the ripple effect back here. And it's gonna give it like that cascading look. And how I get this ripple effect is I use wired ribbon for that. So that's how I get that look. Because if you use regular ribbon, it won't do it for some reason. It won't maintain the actual shape of it. So yeah. I'm gonna have that like coming down like that. All right, there you go. That's what it's gonna look like. It's gonna be cascading down on that side. Can't really show you because it ain't bagged up, but that's the bow for it. That's gonna be our bow for this gift. Let me lift this thing up a little bit so you can really see it. So it's gonna be real nice, guys. And this is what it looked like. All the way around. And this is our back. So I think those colors are very nice. Green is my favorite color, guys. So I try not to do a lot of concepts with green in it, but sometimes that's just how it falls. Until the next video, you guys, you have a safe and wonderful day, and bye-bye.